roller. I think you can use your forward and backwards arrow keys, yep, to zoom in and out. And I'm going to normalize this. It's way too loud. If you don't have a pop filter, I'm not using one right now, then you can just normalize it. Process, normalize, and play with whatever one you need to for it to be closer to the rest. I can go through here and do that to all of them, but I'm not going to waste your time watching me do that. What I will do at first, so don't, okay, let me delete all that. Just literally click, hold, and drag to highlight whatever portion you want, and then just press delete. And you'll get rid of any white space and extras you don't need. So now I'm going to quickly go to the voxes that I made. Those are really loud. We'll turn all three of them down. Normalize. -6. Probably could turn them down even more. -6 some more. Okay, scroll in. All I'm going to really do is copy this. Control C. See the amount of white space between the beginning of it and the start? We'll try to choose about the same here. Just click once so that your indicator is there, and then go up to Edit, Other Paste, and then Paste and Mix. So now we have both of those samples overlaid over each other. Okay, there's 2 octaves there. And now we're going to take that and do the same thing. Control C on this last one. Edit, Other Paste, Paste and Mixed. There we have our first little cool. I'm going to do that again. Go a little bit closer. Might have to do some trial and error until it sounds perfect. Maybe I'm going too close. Let's try back here. There we go. Yo. Okay, so now what I'll do is just select that guy. Control C, Control N for new. 16-bit, 44.1, and just paste. Control V. Zoom out. There's our final. Now what I'll do to make sure it's clean, right here is probably just a little bit of a breath noise. Okay, we'll go to Process and Fade Out. And now we know we're going right out to nothing. And at the beginning, we don't want any waiting time. So when we hit the pad, it's triggered right away. It doesn't play that beginning bit. And it's kind of dirty anyway, so we'll just delete. Okay, there's our first sample, done and made and edited and mastered somewhat. We could probably raise the volume up here a little bit now, but I won't. Just leave it as is. We'll do a save, and we're going to save this to the DubTurbo directories sample folders. And those are in your computer, your C file, or C drive, sorry, your program files folder, in their Find DubTurbo 2.0. Double click on it and you'll see samples at the very bottom. Go in there. This will be a new drum set that we're making, so double click on drums. Voila, there's all of our drums that we use. Now you're going to make a new folder. We're going to start it with 2 Z's, or Z's, ZZ, so that it's at the very bottom of our whole library, and we can get to it easily later, and it doesn't screw with the rest of our list. We know it's at the end. So I always try to do that. Start with ZZ to go with any new sample kit you add. And we'll just call this random, because it literally is going to be a random, yeah, just random. Okay, go in here, and we're going to name this, because it's a drum set. Pay close attention to this part. Don't just randomly name them. Everything in there in those drum sets is named with a proper naming convention. 1 through 6 is always the same, and then 7 through 10, or through 0, is different. So it's not an actual drum set, this one. We're not actually using drums, we're using beatboxes, but there's still a kick beatbox and a snare beatbox. When I beatbox, I still try to make those sounds. This isn't an actual drum of any kind. This is just a sample. So we'll leave this towards the later numbers. I'll go with 7. So we'll go with 7 dash huh. And then it'll be dot wave. Okay, we can close that. We're good to go with that guy. I'll do the rest on my own, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this, but I will do at least 2 drums, so you see me do the drums. So here's my first little boom, boom. I'm going to take the loop off. Okay, Control C, Control N. Make sure we're at 16-bit, 44.1, good. Control V. That's just white space. Delete it. Grab that last little bit. And fade out. Beginning, get rid of anything that we can at the beginning. If that happens, it's just trying to find a 0 point so that it's not selecting up here or in the middle of the graph. It's trying to find a 0 point so that when it does come in and play, it's not going to let me go any further than that. So I'm going to lose a little bit of the beginning, or I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of white space and time. No, I'm not. I just held down Shift and clicked, and that let me go to wherever I want. Okay, something new I learned in Wavesaur today. Delete. Now we have a very clean kick. Okay, so now we'll save this. Go to the very end. There's random. Click on it, and
Hey, yo, yo.
Awesome. While we're here, let's make a quick beat. Whoops. The beatboxing drums and sounds could have been a lot louder, but I didn't normalize them to be loud. I normalized them to be quiet, and then these are taking over, so we'll turn all those down.
Hey, yo, 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 yo. Hey, yo, 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 yo. Hey, yo. Yo, yo, yo.
All right. It could have been a lot better done, and we can overlay this now with other drums quickly.
Hey, yo, 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 yo.
So you can get really creative really quick. Create cool little funky rolls or drops. It's not going to work well as a loop, but as a fill-in, as a roll, changing up the sounds so that you have a copy here like this, and then the next set. Just like we built the drums right there, we can build drums here too. Why don't I illustrate? So we go onto our keyboard layer, we go to the kit we just made, we go to kick, we can do a beat here. We can go boom, boom. Okay, and then the next there would be our snare. So it's a more manual way of doing things, but this way you can rock the snare or the kick or anything going up or down on the keyboard and bending it, which is pretty cool. So it's boom, ba-doom, boom, and then we can drop it a bit. Okay, so very simple, but